Hey everyone, this is a review of the Quicklynks Battery Monitor 2. This is a device which monitors your battery status as well as a few other things related to the battery, and it has an accompanying app for either Android or iOS devices. I've also made a video that shows how to install one of these. I'll have a link down in the description so that you may take a look at that as well. I purchased this item on Amazon, and I will have a link down in the description to that item on Amazon as well. This is what the Battery Monitor 2 looks like, and this is what it looks like installed on my Fiat 500e. Again, take a look at the link down below for the installation video. It'll show you how to install on the vehicle, how to install the app, pairing, etc. Okay, so this is the main screen of the application. From here, not only can you access all of the features, but it also is the main screen for informational purposes. So the circle in the middle obviously is showing you the current battery voltage. Whenever the battery is not under charge above the battery voltage, it'll also show you the current battery capacity. Immediately below the voltage, it shows whether the battery is okay or in poor condition, and below that it shows a short-term graph about the last 10 minutes of the battery voltage. In this case, for instance, you can see that this battery is at rest, and then at about 12:49 started the car for about a minute or so, and then shut the car back down again. For a longer range graph of the battery, you can click on the plus sign above the graph, and that'll take you to looking at an entire day at a time, and you can then cycle back to previous days as well. As an example, on the screen you can see that this car didn't go anywhere all day, and just before 5 o'clock it was started up for a few minutes and then shut back down again. Also, placing your finger anywhere on the screen immediately brings up a vertical line which shows the voltage and the time of day associated with that voltage. Back on the main screen, by clicking on the cogwheel associated with settings in the top right, you'll be able to go into this screen. As you can see, there's a series of helpful settings explained in plain English, and I'll let you read the screen for yourself. Very easy to adjust just by simply dragging, etc. The other thing that can be reached from the screen is if you've got multiple devices like I do. I've got one in the Fiat and one in the Mercedes, and by clicking on the Bluetooth device you will be able to reach this screen, and then from here select which vehicle to pull the data from. Back on the main screen, the other thing you can do is perform a crank test. Once you select to do so, you will be brought to this screen, which you can see has very explicit instructions on how to perform the test. There's not much to performing the test. Obviously, all you basically need to do is start the vehicle. I was in my Fiat 500e, which is an electric car, when I performed this test. So the car draws practically no amperage when starting, so the application is really not designed for that, but I did try this later on my Mercedes, and it performed fine. The results you're seeing here are from the crank test performed on the Fiat 500. Back on the main screen, and the other thing you can do from here is perform a charging test, which basically tests whether your vehicle is properly charging your battery. Again, once you go into this, you've got clear instructions. Once you're ready to start the test, then you click on Start Testing, and then it gives you further instructions there as you bring the RPMs up to 2500, and then it gives you the test results. The first test results you're looking at here are from the The 12-volt battery in this car gets maintained by the inverter off of the 440 volt DC battery, so there's not this enormous surge of amperage like there is on a car with an alternator. This car does not have an alternator. The second set of results is from the Mercedes, and as you can see, this is the sort of test results you should expect if your car is a combustion engine vehicle and it is properly charging your battery. The last option out of this main screen is the trip record. You can go in here and take a look at the trips you've taken, and here's a sample of that. One thing I forgot to mention is that when you're pulling down data from your vehicle, my experience is that the little device on the vehicle only holds approximately a day to a day and a half worth of data. So if your phone hasn't been sufficiently close to your vehicle to have a Bluetooth connection in several days, chances are you're not going to be able to download all of those days the next time you come close to the vehicle. So as long as your vehicle is within Bluetooth range of your phone every day, day and a half, you should have a complete record of the battery. The other thing I forgot to mention is if you go up to that settings menu, that system setup menu, and once you're in that menu, scroll down, there's a feedback button that you can click. And that feedback button sends you to a screen that allows you to provide very specific detailed information back to the application manufacturer. I found this really thoughtful and really forward-thinking of the manufacturer. I hope you'll take a moment to subscribe to this channel right now so you won't miss future videos. Right down here or here for the subscribe button. If you don't see it, then click on the pull down arrow that you'll see on the right side, and that'll open up the little square where you'll see the subscribe button. Thank you. If you've enjoyed or found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up